Hello everyone, my name is Roman, I'm CEO of Eventee, and I'd like to welcome you at this webinar, which I do hope is one of many future webinars we will be doing. Focus of today's webinar is onboarding, so I will be showing you every single feature of Eventee one by one. So the agenda is pretty simple. In a few moments, I will start the presentation, live presentation, and I will be showing you all the features. And that's supposed to be taking approximately 30 to 45 minutes. And by end of the session, for those who are attending live, I will be able to answer all your questions. So that's everything for now, and let's jump right into the product. And again, hello everyone. I'm happy to see you here in such a great numbers. What you see right now on my screen, on the left side, it's my phone, which I'm mirroring from my device. On the right side, this is Eventee administration. I will go step by step through every single menu item and all the features that are within the current version of Eventee, and I will explain to you how everything works. So what you see right now on my right side of the screen, as I explained, it's Eventee administration. This is my demo event, which is happening at the same time in 3 different stages. This is basically vertical timeline, and each tile is represented by individual session. Everything here is made to be as easy as possible, which means that it works basically the same way as calendar on your computer or on your phone. As you can see, as I'm moving with my mouse, I can choose the right slot to create a new session. All I have to do is just type the name of the session. If I need to change it or adjust it to exact minute, I can do it here. I can add a speaker or choose from existing speakers from my database that I created previously. And I can add a description for the session, and that's basically everything. Then you just need to click on the create button and you created a new session. But there are some other things. You can also use tracks, which we call tracks, but they are basically labels or tags. As you can see on the left side on my phone, here at the very top, there is this setting button. And as attendee, I can see all the tracks that are currently available at my demo event. I choose, you can create any kind of naming for those tracks. This is just demo content, and you can modify it, including the color. So for my demo event, I choose leadership, business, case study, interviews, and so on. And as attendee, I can filter the whole agenda just based on these key tags. And then I see only those sessions that are interesting to me based on the topic. So this is how to use tracks and why to use them. Another thing is choosing a different kind of session. You can choose from 3 different kinds. One of them is lecture, which is basically what I just described. Then you can choose workshop. The only difference between lecture and workshop is that you can set the maximum capacity for your room. So if you are literally running workshops at your event for just 10 people because you cannot fit more people in the room, and it's more personal this way, you can set just the limitation to 10 attendees, and it will be visible and it will work the same way as a regular lecture, with one difference. Again, look at the left side. This is my phone, and here at the very bottom, I created one workshop. And as you can see, as attendee, I'm already booked for the session. And some things changed on the screen. And this is very important for you to know, because when you are running some additional information for that particular session, such as live questions, live polling, or even if you'd like to share some files for this individual session, they're unavailable for me as attendee until I'm able to book for the session. So if this workshop would be fully booked up, and I couldn't create my booking, I wouldn't be able to see as attendee any kind of additional information. I wouldn't be able to even ask a question to the speaker. So let me book for the session. And now, as you can see, I can vote for the live poll that is running for this session. I can ask a question and so on. So this is the difference for attendee on the phone. Third kind of the session is break. Again, on the left side, this is how it looks. We show usually breaks across the whole agenda. So it's not just within the one specific stage, it's across all the stages during the same time. And if you have some session in another stage that is lecture or workshop, it will be visible over the break information. So it's very easy for attendees to understand that there is that break is available only for stages where there is no other lecture or workshop. One last thing I'd like to share with you for the workshop and lecture, you have ability to upload files. It may be any kind of file. There is no limitation. The only limitation is 25 megabytes per file. So the speaker can basically share a spreadsheet, presentation slides, and so on for each individual session. So that's creating the agenda. Let me switch to another day. You can have multiple day event without any issue. It doesn't have to be connected. It may be event that is happening every single Friday, for example. And I already created additional day, which looks like this. And here I'd like to show you some more information regarding how to manage the agenda. We added recently a few more features for the editor that allows you to zoom in case you have multiple very short sessions like me, 10 minutes long. Originally, every single session that you created was by default had by default length of I think 30 minutes. So we now allow you to choose the default length of the session. So when you are creating new one and you have, for example, event where every single session is 40 minutes long, you don't have to adjust in the detail of the session every single one of them. You can just set it up here, and after that, every session that you are creating will be 40-minute long. Also, one more thing, previously, usually our agenda always started at 8 a.m. And for those who are running events at during later dates, it was inconvenient to scroll down all the time. So what we did, we included this button that basically hides all the empty space throughout the whole day, and start from the very first session that we created. So we created this to make your life way easier. Here at this option, you can create additional stage if your event is happening in 4 different rooms at the same time, or you can change the order and so on. In case you are running hybrid events, give me just a moment. I have to switch my event from in-person to hybrid. You have basically 2 options. For hybrid events, you can place 1 concurrent stream per single stage that will be visible no matter what session the attendee opens during the day. Or you can include the link for streaming per each individual session. So you can this way even include pre-recorded videos, and for attendees it will seem like it's running live because it starts at the exact time of the session. Not today, this session is live, it's not pre-recorded, I promise. So this is the only difference between in-person events and hybrid events. And let me go to tab speakers. Here you have two options. Basically, I can create the speaker up front, the full list of them, upload the picture, name, and so on. You can also share email information, phone number, anything that the speaker is willing to share with the audience. And at the bottom, you will be able to see I have two speakers that I created from the schedule interface. So that speaker is already connected to the particular session, and all I have to do now is just add the profile picture and additional information about that speaker. All the speaker information here is for now passive information, so you cannot connect real Eventee user who is using the mobile application with the speaker, but that's something we definitely plan to improve for future, so you can look forward for that. Then additional tab is workshops. Here I can see all my workshops from agenda. I have only one, and here you can see all the attendees that booked for my workshop. I can export a list of all of them to the spreadsheet and share it with somebody who is checking at the entrance. Or I can manage the booking here. So for example, if I know that this first person is sick and he didn't attend my event, I can cancel his booking and free up the space for anyone else. So super simple and clean interface, nothing complicated here. Last one is custom menu. Look on my left side, that's on the tab More. So custom menu is something that's very simple, but I really like this because it helps attendees to get as much information as possible regarding your event. You can create custom menu with unlimited amount, let's say, and all of them may be for different kinds. One of them is text, which is very simplified text document or simplified Word, let's say. You can add a headline or title for the document and then add additional text, and you can format it, but in a simple way. The other one is linked to some website or web application that will be open within Eventee interface. Third one is a venue map in form of an image. And the last one is any kind of PDF document or magazine you would like to share with attendees. So on the left side, you see first one, this is map of one of a really big expo in my city. Then this is a web application. This is Google Survey that is directly opened within Eventee application. So for attendees, this is seamless experience. This is a text document, which is hotel recommendation. I included a picture and links to some hotels around my demo venue. And also here is a PDF document. This is simple document about Eventee. Again, this is opened within the application, not anywhere else. So that's basically everything regarding custom menu. And last but not least is partners. You now have option to include partner and present them within the application, which may be partners of two different kinds. It may be exhibitor or sponsor. The main difference is that exhibitors is just alphabetical list of all exhibitors at the venue with a number of the stand, and sponsors are here listed in different categories. You as event organizer, you can create and manage those categories. But in the perspective of attendees, let me show you. The information inside of the application looks very similar. So on the left side here, you see a list of all the exhibitors, and sponsors looks like this. So we give them way more space to be to visualize the logo, and as you can see, we separated them based on the category. When I go into the detail, we have something that we call a basic information. This is just the name of the company, description, website, all basic information you can imagine. Then I have two different kinds of logos, let's say. One of them is just the exhibitor profile, which is a square logo visible within the application. number of the booth. And if you select also a sponsor, then you can upload a bigger logo that may be any kind of shape and dimensions. You choose the category in which this sponsor is included, and that's the biggest difference how we visualize the partner information within the application. So as I said, on the left side, you include just the basic information, but that's not everything. On the right side, we have option to create new custom sections. We have 6 different kinds of them. One of them is title. The other one is text block, then call to action button, image or gallery of images. Sorry. Files or link to social networks. So this is how it may look on the phone. As you can see, when I scroll down, I see the follow us title, then links to all my social networks. Then I have a call to action button, which is called book a meeting, and it links to my Calendly or in this case, HubSpot. And if you have some partner at your event, attendees can, by this way, book a meeting with some salesperson from the stand. I included some text information, PDF document, and so on. And this is how it looks on my phone. This is the document, which I can open again within the application, or gallery of pictures about my partner. So this is all information regarding partners. And basically so far I covered everything regarding content creation within Eventee. Let me show you how the experience looks from the perspective of attendee. So what you see right now on the left side, it's my agenda or agenda of the event. And you can notice that there are 2 different colors. Some of the sessions are white and some of them are yellow. Yellow means that I, as an attendee, already marked, you can see this part at the very top, I marked this session as my favorite. Why is this good? Because I cannot attend all 3 sessions which are running at the same time. So I created my own personalized agenda, which is visible on the very left tab on my phone, literally called my agenda. And here, as attendee, I can see my personalized experience for the whole day. We even sent you notification, or as attendee, I received notification 10 minutes before the session. So I will not forget to go to the different room, for example, if the other session is happening somewhere else. So that's the experience for me as attendee from the perspective of the mobile application. Next is engagement. And this is, again, one of my most favorite features. Newsfeed is a very simple feature, but very powerful. Newsfeed is basically option or ability to send attendees push notifications. All you have to do is just write the title of the message, add the body of the message or description. You can include an image or GIF animated file, and you can send the push notification to all application users. We also understand that during the event, it's very difficult to find free time to manage all the posts. So you can schedule them upfront. Here, all I have to do is just choose the date, choose the exact time, schedule the post, and within the exact minute, we send the post to all attendees. Why this is so powerful? Imagine that there is something negative or even positive happening. I will share with you experience of one of our customers. They struggle with air condition within one room. It was big event happening in multiple rooms, and in one of them there was some issue with air condition. So it was way warmer inside than outside. So they posted the negative information using our newsfeed. And as you can see on the left side, attendees, they have option to place or give feedback as a thumbs up or thumb down. And as a result, there was many thumbs down. But as a result, there was not that many people complaining on social networks because they already shared their struggle with the organizer using the mobile application. Don't ask me how this works. I'm not a psychologist, but it works. If they can complain within the application, they will not share the struggle on the social networks. Another great experience, one of our customers, they struggle with the first session after the break for the lunch, where just few people were attending the speaker and the session itself. Basically, many attendees, they kept chatting with each other outside of the room, and they were gathering for the session during the whole hour. And it was very uncomfortable, not just for the speaker, but for those attendees that were there from the very beginning and were interesting in the session, because the whole experience was noisy. There was a lot of people looking for their places and so on. So what they did, they just sent push notification with text something like, hey guys, I hope that you enjoyed the lunch. In 10 minutes, there will be this speaker, which is really awesome. And we are looking forward to you being at the session. You shouldn't miss this speaker because that and that and that. And they told me that over 90% of all attendees were within the room before the session started. So this is a very simple tool, but very powerful in a way how to navigate your attendees throughout the event. New feature that is with Eventee not very long is social wall. Social wall is basically your very private social network. Let's call it very simplified Facebook, where attendees can share their experience from the event. They can write a post and include a picture, but you don't have to be afraid. Everything that attendees writes, you are able to manage within the interface. So my post is not visible yet to others. As event organizer, I can approve the message or delete it, so it's not visible in case there is some harmful content. So it's in your power to manage everything. In case you trust your audience, you can click at this button, which is called automatical approval. And once you click it, everything goes live without you approving every single post. So this is a way how allow to your attendees to share their experience with you and with others at your event. Third option is live questions and live polling. This is basically happening per each individual session. So let me go to the detail of keynote speaker, the power of mindset, which is this one. Okay, and here you can see all the questions that are coming to the speaker. Let's say for panel discussion. And as attendee, I can ask a question. And again, I see in the interface that this question is waiting for approval. As organizer, you can approve it or decline it. As you approve it, it's live. Other attendees, what they can do, if anyone is shy to ask a question, they can still use this interface because they can read other questions and think like, hey, the third question is really good. Now I will give it a thumb up so I can upvote it, and it goes up. What does it mean? We sort every question not based on the time when the question was asked, but we sort them based on the amount of upvotes. So this is how the interface looks in the phone. This is my administration interface, and I also have a projector mode. And you can put this interface on the projector behind the speaker, and he can answer all the most important or most requested questions from the audience way easier. What is really good about this interface is that you can also, in case of moderator, he can choose a question that is not at the very top, but it's really interesting and it's maybe connected to current topic that the speaker is talking about. So he can mark the question with this pin and it's immediately at the very top, also for the projector interface. So this is a very easy way how to allow attendees to feel connected and being able to ask questions toward to the speaker. From our experience, this works really well because some, or let's say many attendees, they're just shy to ask in front of the public when using microphone. So we know from our experience and experience of our customers that this feature increase the engagement during the live questions and live questions at the event because it's let's say anonymous. And also you save a lot of time because when you imagine that there is one, maybe two people running around the stage or running around the audience with the microphone, thanks to this interface, you are able to answer way more questions in the same amount of time rather than waiting for the person taking the microphone, asking the question, and so on. So we have really, really good feedback for this, and I recommend you to use this feature. Also, next to the live questions, we have live polling. This is ability for you as event organizer to create unlimited amount of polls per each individual session. And as you can see, I just clicked start and it's immediately visible on my phone. I cannot vote anymore because I already did. So let me create a new poll. An answer will be simple A or B. Create, run. So it's immediately on my phone. I can choose the answer, vote, and it's boom, it's visible immediately in my phone. The same applies for the projector mode. When you turn on live polling, it takes over the live questions. And when I turn off live polling, you again see just the live questions. So this is everything regarding the live engagement during the event. And now let me go to users real quick. Here, basically, we have new feature, new option to import all the information about your attendees from the spreadsheet, including all the fields like profile picture, job position, company, and so on. Previously, you were able just to import email addresses and send email invitation. This is not the case anymore. You can import everything, all the information about attendees from the spreadsheet. So this works the same way as previously was possible only using our API. So this is a new feature. And now let me go to settings. Here, again, new feature, and that's contact information. In many cases, attendees were slightly confused with Eventee interface, and they were contacting us in case there was some issue at the event. So that's not the case anymore. There is a contact information. We recommend to fill it properly, and within the app interface, attendees are able to see your contact information, which looks like this, and they can immediately call you or write you an email in case something is wrong at the event. Let me tell you a few things about event privacy. You have three options regarding privacy of your event. Usually, when you publish event using Eventee, we create for you a special URL link and special QR code, which we call magic link. That's visible on the dashboard here. I can just copy the magic link, or here it's visible the QR code, which is also downloadable using this option. And how does this work? We have universal magic link that you can share with your attendees, and when they click on it, it recognizes what device that person is using. So when they open the link from iPhone, it opens App Store. If Android, it opens a Google Play. If they use a desktop computer, it opens the web interface of Eventee. Once they download the application or on iPhone or Android, the URL link still remembers from which event they were invited. So even though it's just one Eventee application, when they click on the icon of Eventee, it opens directly detail of your event without necessity of sign up or providing any kind of information like email and so on. The only exception is when that particular attendee would like to use some engagement feature like networking, they need to create a profile with Eventee in order to do so. Otherwise, when they just consume the information, like going through the agenda or receiving push notification, they don't need to sign up with Eventee as attendees. If you are afraid that somebody who is not supposed to be there can access your event, you can simply lock your event by using this feature called pin code. This pin code is always included within the magic link. So if you share with somebody magic link, that means that they don't have to know the pin code. But when there is somebody who just download the application, is looking for your event and would like to access it without having the magic link, they need to know the pin code. Another option, which is way more strict, is allow list. Allow list basically limits access to your event only to those people that are listed in our users interface. So when you upload a list of emails, or if you import a list of attendees from your spreadsheet, only those people using those email addresses will be able to access your event, nobody else. This is good when you have some very private event and nobody else supposed to be there, if you would like to keep it very private, but requires a lot of overhead for you, because you need to manage those attendees who missed the invitation, for example. They download the application and they use their private email to sign up, for example, Facebook, LinkedIn, or even Apple ID email. And the invitation was sent to their company email. Those people will not be able to access your event, because for us, because they sign up with different email, they are a totally different person not being able to access your event. So you will have to manage it manually using our interface and adding this new email manually so they can access it even from the personal email. Another one, the third one and last one option, is restrict access to anonymous users. If you remember, I said that by default, anyone using the magic link can access your event without necessity to sign up. When you turn this on, that means that everyone who is accessing your event needs to create the account first, and only after that they can access your event. What does it mean? This is basically perfect when you have some marketing kind of events that are free, but you would like to get as many email addresses from attendees as possible. So when they are using the application, you can be sure that they sign up using a regular email and you can contact them after the event. In case your event is, let's say, more personal, or it's within company, you can use this option to hide ratings. How does it work? Every single session within Eventee has this option to rate the lecture. This is a great way how to gather feedback from attendees, from your audience about your event. And in case you don't want to share this information, how that particular speaker was doing, if you don't want to share this information within the mobile application, you can just turn this on. That means that everyone can rate the speaker but the result is not visible in the application. It's visible only for you as event administrator. And that's basically everything regarding the features and settings of them. Let me go back for a moment and show you a little bit more about networking. Networking works in a way that it's built as a matchmaking networking, and it's opt-in networking. What does it mean? When you invite attendees to use the mobile application, not all of them are visible within the networking. Only those who download the application and click I want to be part of networking are visible in the interface. And let me tell you why is this. We try to boost engagement of the application as much as possible. And from our experience and experience of our users, other creators of mobile applications for events, they simply put alphabetical list of all attendees within the application, no matter if they, for example, are at the event, because sometimes people cannot attend at all, no matter if they downloaded the application, no matter if they even would like to use the networking feature. All of them are there. So me as attendee, I try to get in touch with some people. I never got a reply because nobody was either using the application or interested in using the networking part. So in Eventee, every single person who is part of networking experience, you can be sure that they are willing to connect with you and use the networking properly. So what you see right now on the left side of my screen, this is basically the matchmaking interface. All I have to do, just read the card, swipe to the right, which means, okay, I'd like to connect with you. Swipe to the left, no, I'd like to pass. Or if you don't want to use this kind of interface, you can go here at the top right tab. And here you can see a list of all attendees that are at my event. I can click on the detail of that person. I'm unable to see email of or any kind of personal information because we are not connected yet. I can see other information like bio, name, profile picture, company, and position. I can send request to connect with this person. On the other end, I can see all the requests that are getting towards to me here on this central tab, and I can decide if I'd like to connect with that person or decline. And with those I'm already connected, I can initiate a chat with on the very left tab. Here I can type anything, send the chat. I can click on this top right icon and see all the information here, including the private information. So this is my personal email. And this information is visible only when we are connected. I can also do one really cool thing. I can click on this plus button and I can invite that person for a meeting. I can select the time slot. And as you can see, there are some exclamation marks. And that means that me or the other person, we already have something else scheduled. It may be some session included in my personal agenda, or it may be meeting with somebody else. So I should choose some other free slot and propose the meeting, send the request to the other person. If that person accepts, then the meeting will be part of my personal agenda on the very left tab. And here, in between all the sessions I have here, there will be session or meeting with that person. And again, we will send you push notification 10 minutes before the session, before the meeting. So you are informed and you will not miss the important meeting. Next is branding, and we also have some new features here as well. Within the branding, you can change design of our interface of Eventee. When you create all the content in the content tab and click publish, we create for you 3 different interfaces. We create mobile application, we create event landing page, which looks like this, and we create web application, which looks like this. And in this interface, you're able to change the colors and banner for the landing page. You can change the design for the mobile application. Again, colors, active color, and banner for the mobile application. You can do the similar things for the email. You can change the color of active elements. And just a moment. I don't know how to hide this interface. Moment. There is this button, edit email text. And here I can change every single text in our email invitation that it's automatically sent towards to attendees. You can change the subject line, you can change the title, you can change the email text itself, and you can also change the call to action text that is visible within the email. So that's a whole new feature here. You can change all the information within the email. That was one of the most requested features, and I'm super happy that it's already there. Another thing, what you can do in Eventee, as I mentioned before, for each event, we generate for you this landing page. It's a very simple landing page, but for smaller, simpler events, you don't have to pay for somebody else to create, for example, WordPress website for you, which may be kind of expensive. From the information you already put in Eventee, we separate information in individual sections like schedule, event information, all the speakers, sponsors, and so on. You can turn on and off each individual section based on the personal preferences. And you can also rearrange the sections based on the importance for your event. And with higher tiers of our Eventee plans, you can also use a custom domain. So it doesn't have to be running at Eventee domain, but in my case, this is demo event that is running at domain activatingleadership.eu. So it's a personalized experience for you and for the audience. That's basically everything regarding the website. We have some integrations. I don't want to go into details here, but we have some option to integrate Eventee with a ticketing platform like Eventbrite, GoOut, Tito, and Meetingu. We would love to add more in the future. You have also option to integrate Eventee with some marketing tools like MailChimp and universal API tool called Zapier. Last tab is all about small details in case, for example, that you have a lot of very short sessions at your event. You can choose the length of the schedule or the agenda on the mobile phone, or if you have too many very long sessions, you can make the interface smaller so it fits way better. You can disable email invitations in case you would like to use your own interface, and also you can change the language of emails if for any reason you need to choose it in your own language. One last thing that is quite interesting here, if you need to change some string within the application, for example, instead of get a ticket, which is visible in a mobile application interface and the web interface, you'd like to get some other text, you can change everything here. As you can see, I change partners to exhibitors. I can change speakers to teachers, for example, or students, and everything will be visible within the Eventee interface. And that's everything from my end. Let me just double check if I covered everything I wanted to. From engagement, users, and settings, we covered everything. Maybe one last thing. On the dashboard, you have options to see some analytics about your event. This is a great way how to evaluate success of your event. When you go to analytics, here you can see how many users were using all the applications we provide you with, how many people were using networking, how engaged they were with the application. You can see the average rating for your whole event. You can see how many users were using the application over time and way more information. This is super cool interface for you to evaluate the overall experience of attendees with your event. And again, maybe one case study. We had this customer who struggled to get feedback from attendees. Their events were about 350 attendees. And after the event, they usually sent email with a questionnaire asking them what was the most favorite session they attended, things like this. And they told me that from the 350 attendees, only 10, the most 15 people replied to the email and filled the form. And once they start using Eventee, moderator asked after first session, "Hey guys, thank you for attending our first session. Please download Eventee application and rate the speaker." Within the first hour, they had over 84 84 reviews from attendees, which was way more than from the email. And throughout the whole event, it was lower hundreds of reviews for all the sessions that were happening during the day. So this is great feedback for you, how to evaluate individual speakers and also the whole event as it is. You can also measure this kind of information per each individual session. How many people were asking live questions? How was the overall engagement? What was the average rating for this individual session? And so on. How many file downloads there were? So you can see if attendees were interested in the attachments from the speaker. And yeah, that's everything. So what do you say? I do hope that this webinar was beneficial for you and that you were able to learn something new. This video will be also published on YouTube, so if you have any additional questions, do not hesitate to leave a comment under the video on YouTube, and our team will be more than happy to answer all your questions. And that's everything from me for now. Have a great day, and I do hope to see you sometime soon. Bye.